God, I'm so excited for the Summerfeld Chronicles.
Oh, don't say that.
Really?
Here.
That's what this is, right?
No, please
Absolutely
don't
not.
This is what happens when I stay up too late. I go Summerfeld's crazy.
Is this what's going to happen when you actually have to listen to it for 24 hours?
This will be like, I'll go through phases. I'll enjoy it at first, and then I'll hate it, and then I'll hate it so much that I start to enjoy it again.
Okay. So
Thank you.
we'll start in 3, 2, 1. Hello everyone, welcome to Open Letter. So I'm very excited for this because this is something that I wanted to do for a long time. As you know, Open Letter is this show where I meet César Sánchez, bring some original writing. Sometimes it's from myself, sometimes it's from someone else. And today I have the opportunity. I never had so many guests on the show at the same time. My record was 2 person at the studio, 3 people at the studio, counting me as one of them. That was the record.
Episode, right?
That was on that episode.
I'm glad I could help make history again.
Yeah, you're making history again. So we have today a returning guest, Kyle McKenzie.
Hello.
We have our 2 newcomers, Chloe Humphreys.
Hi.
And Charlie, but Charlie did the art for she did the logo of the show. So thank you, Charlie, for that. Glad that you finally came to the show.
You're seeing what your hard work actually looks like.
So this is something that I wanted to do for a long time. I actually said this in the episode that I had Sarah McCann in. It's just the thing I've been written the most, and I think the thing I do the best is writing scripts, especially like drama scripts, plays. However, I always wanted to do like a dramatization of some kind, or at least like a read-through. But I never had the chance because again, it's on Sunday, it's a bad time, it's difficult to get the guests. But the 24-hour
So essentially, it's your fault.
Yeah, it is my fault, basically. But the 24-hour takeover gives me the opportunity to finally read one of my plays. So that's what we're going to do today, guys. We're going to go through one of my plays. We're going to read it because my ego, it's here.
Inflate it a little bit more, get that pump out.
Yeah, exactly. So a little of context about the play that we're going to read today. We're going to do a read through, and then we're going to discuss it, and then people can come in whenever they want and give some feedback on it. So we're going to talk about it. This is a play that I wrote 2 years ago, I think now, maybe 3. It's called Remember, and it actually is the play that I got most recognition for because I presented it to a competition of the BBC, and it passed the first round. It was among the best 40% of the plays that were submitted, so they read more than the 10 pages. Then they decided it wasn't good enough. It's a play that I try to explore a genre. I don't want to spoil it, but I try to explore with the first line. I think it will be pretty clear. I try to explore a genre that is not usually used in theater, which I always like to explore genres that are not conventional to the format that they're doing. And I had these 3 beautiful people that are going to play the 3 characters. 4 characters, but one of them doesn't count at all. It's only at the very end. Because you guys are beautiful actors, and I'm glad to have you here. Are you guys excited to listen to my writing?
I mean, we're going to be reading it more than listening to it.
Hopefully you will be listening to.
I'll be living it.
Living it.
It's going through your veins. The only thing, as a warning, is that I censor one of the scenes because it's a 24-hour takeover, and it was a sex scene. When we got there, I will just explain what happens.
Did we actually have to have sex in the studio?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, if not, the scene cannot happen.
Can I keep my Summerfeld merch on?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, that's mandatory.
Okay.
Actually.
That's the most saddening thing.
I mean, it's that's the first stage direction. The character of Kyle McKenzie is wearing Summerfield.
Honey, when we have sex tonight, can I keep my merch on?
I hate it.
Go to Lauren and say that. Anyway, I'm going to actually summarize the characters a little for you, so you can guys try to make a little of a thing. So you, Chloe, are going to be playing Amelia Jr., which refers as just Junior, JR. and you're married to this other character called Matt, and your marriage is not in a good place, basically.
That's how it feels like in real life, to be honest.
We're not married in real life, Chloe.
No.
Oh wait, well, are you not? Can you leave? I thought I was dealing with professionals here. And then you're going to visit your mother, who's Charlie, who's Amelia, because you're Amelia Junior and you're Amelia.
Hello.
You're so egotistical. You
How
named
have you
me
done
after
that
yourself.
Hopefully you won't, because this is not a comedy. This is a tragedy. So the only time that I did a read through, my friends would just put like the most annoying voices ever, and I was like, okay, this is nice. But yeah, are you guys ready? I'm
ready.
ready in the stage directions, and let's jump through it. Once we get to scene 5, you'll see that it jumps from scene 4 to scene 5. I will explain what happens in scene 5, and that will be it. So, remember, every transition on stage is made by the actors that play the monster. Darkness. A light pops up. The light shows Amelia, an old woman. She's sitting on the floor, staring at the audience. She doesn't even blink.
No matter how hard it gets.
No, that's her, Charlie.
I'm sorry.
Do I do an old woman voice?
How as you want.
No matter how hard it gets, you cannot allow yourself to forget. You cannot allow yourself to. You must remember.
Darkness. Scene 2. Amelia Jr. and Matthew are packing their luggage into the car.
Did you pack my red coat?
It was too big, takes up too much space.
Okay.
I packed the brown one instead. The one that I gave you.
Okay.
When's the babysitter coming?
I told you, 8.
I don't like to leave the kids alone that long.
I know.
What are they going to do until he comes?
Look, they'll be fine. He just couldn't come early.
Also, I don't like the idea to let them with a stranger again.
So what do you propose?
Come on, I was just saying.
If you don't want to come, go ahead. Stay with the kids. I'll go by myself.
Don't be like that. I want to go.
Yeah, sure.
Silence.
Hey,
Matt tries to touch her wife, but she avoids him.
I'm sorry. I want to go. Really.
It was a present from my mother.
What?
The coat. The red coat.
Sorry. I didn't know that.
Yeah, sure.
I don't want to fight, Amelia.
Me neither. Sorry.
Let's go, okay?
Thank you for coming with me. Thank you for coming too, Matt. Seriously. It means a lot to me.
I love you.
I love you too.
They awkwardly get into the car in silence. They drive. Scene 3. Amelia Jr. and Matthew arrive at the house.
Is it here?
Of course it is. You've been here before.
Only once.
Matt looks at his phone.
The babysitter hasn't called.
We are in the middle of
The house.
Oh my god, let me kiss you. How are you?
fine, Mum.
Thank you so much for coming. Hello, Matthew.
Sorry, that's a typo. That's you, yeah. That's.
Hello, Amelia.
Oh my god, I'm so happy to have you all here. Where are the kids?
Bit.
We didn't bring them.
Bit.
Why's that?
Well, Mum, we thought it wasn't a good idea to bring them.
Nonsense. They could have played in the patio and sleep in your old bedroom. I'd love to cook for them. They would have a wonderful time here.
Yeah, well, but the thing is that...
Oh, Amelia, are you that evil that you're gonna prevent your old mother from seeing the grandkids?
We didn't bring them because they're too young to see a funeral.
Bit. Amelia's in surprise.
But the funeral was this morning.
What?
Silence.
Let's go inside, shall we?
They enter the house. Inside the house, living room with stairs that leads to a second floor and a window.
Welcome home. Is everything as you remembered it?
Yeah.
No.
Take a seat. You must be tired. Do you want something to eat?
No.
No, thank you.
Are you sure? I still have that tea you like, the one with strawberries.
I'm fine, Mum.
Me too.
Okay then, more for me.
Amelia prepares tea.
Matt, can you take the luggage for me?
We can do it later together.
Please.
Okay. Where are we gonna sleep?
I prepared the big guest room for you because I thought you were coming with the kids. But now I think it would be better if you sleep in your room. It's warmer and it's not occupied anymore.
What do you mean by any more? Who was sleeping in my room?
The nurse, obviously.
The room's upstairs, right?
Yeah, the third room to the left.
Alright, I'll get the luggage.
Thank you.
Matt gets out of the house.
You will find your room as you left it. She's a very nice girl, very clean, very...
Why didn't you tell me that the funeral was today?
But I did.
No, Mum, you didn't.
Of course I did. I told you on the phone, but you told me you were going to come this afternoon instead.
No, Mum, you told me that it was tomorrow morning.
Come on, I remember what I told you.
So I'm making it out.
No, you just misunderstood what I said.
Yeah, there is no way that you could have told me that it was tomorrow.
Well, okay, maybe it was my fault, but as I remembered...
Matt enters with the luggage and goes up the stairs. Both mother and daughter silence.
It's just a misunderstanding.
Yeah, most likely.
And also, it didn't seem odd to me, the fact that you didn't want to come.
What do you mean?
You never came to visit.
Silence.
I had my reasons.
I know, sweetie, I know. But he was ill. Maybe you could...
I couldn't see him.
Why did you want to come to the funeral then?
Sorry, Mum, but you've been through so much. I should have come over more often. I should have helped you.
Nonsense. I was fine.
Silence.
I'm so happy to see you here. I missed you so much.
I miss you too, Mum.
Did you miss the house?
I guess. After all, I have some good memories in this house.
Of course you do, honey.
I used to play with your teacups and pretend they were cats.
That used to drive me nuts.
I understand why.
Amelia?
What?
No, Amelia Senior. Are you sure this is the room? It doesn't have any beds.
You must be at the studio. It's the door on the opposite side of the corridor.
Okay.
I always thought this house is a labyrinth.
No, Matt is just bad with directions.
What was the name of that friend of yours that used to come and play and sleep over?
Who? Julia?
No, the other one. The one with the big glasses and short hair.
Oh, yeah, Lily.
Yes, Lily. She would always have misplaced the bathroom with my room.
Not always, just 2 times.
2 seems like always to me.
Amelia?
What?
No, Amelia Senior. This is the bathroom.
I told you, the opposite room.
What?
The opposite room, behind you.
Oh, got it.
What happened with Lily?
I think she got married to a sailor that... Well, I don't really know. I haven't talked to her since I left town.
She was very funny with those glasses. She looked like an owl. I liked her.
Me too. She was funny.
Amelia!
What?
No, not you. Amelia Junior.
What?
Do you remember if I took the umbrella?
Why would you take an umbrella? It never rains here.
I don't know. Precaution. I'd like to carry one just in case.
Since when?
Since always.
Well, I don't know if you took an umbrella.
Can't find it.
How are things with Matthew?
Good.
Good?
Yeah, pretty good. We're very happy.
Matthew goes downstairs.
We're officially accommodated.
Thank you for doing the unpacking.
No problem. What about you? Did the 2 of you catch up?
Yes.
How are you, Matthew?
I'm good.
Good to know.
It's getting late. I'm going to sleep. Good night, Mum. See you tomorrow.
Good night, sweetie.
Amelia Jr. goes up the stairs.
I think I should go up too.
Do you want anything for dinner?
No, we ate something on our way. Thank you.
What did you eat?
Sandwich.
That's just a snack.
It was a big sandwich.
I'll prepare you something.
Oh, please don't. I should go with Amelia.
She's probably sleeping already. She falls asleep very easily.
It doesn't matter. I'm tired anyway.
You're not going to sleep before you eat something.
Amelia, I want to go up to my room with my wife.
Beat.
Okay.
Good night, Amelia.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Matt goes upstairs. Amelia finishes her tea in silence and leaves. So this will be scene 5. Basically in scene 5, Matt has a big argument with Amelia Jr. because Amelia Jr. doesn't want to have sex. So he ends up going to sleeping on the sofa, basically. Scene 6, the living room. Matthew's laying on the sofa. He cannot sleep. The monster appears on the other side of the room. It looks like a young, attractive woman, but it has something sinister. The monster looks at Matthew. Matthew notices the monster.
What the... Who are you?
Silence.
Hello? How did you get in here?
Silence.
Are you deaf?
The monster walks towards him.
Hey, don't get any closer. I'm serious. Back off. I said back off. Amelia!
Matthew tries to run away. He runs through the stairs and he stops looking at the monster. Suddenly he stops. He seems confused. Steps can be heard from on the upper floor. The monster leaves slowly. Amelia and her daughter appear from the stairs.
What's wrong?
Nothing. Why?
You screamed my name. You woke us up.
No, I didn't.
Is this a joke?
What? No, I didn't scream your name. Why would I?
I don't know, but you did.
Maybe it was just a nightmare.
Yeah, well, that must have been it.
Yeah, that's probably what happened. Sorry I woke you guys up.
Glad nothing happened.
Me too. From your scream, you really sounded terrified.
What were you doing sleeping here anyway?
The bed was too uncomfortable for him.
I couldn't find a good posture.
I see. Well, good night.
Mother,
Yes?
can we visit the graveyard tomorrow?
Of course we can. Good night.
Amelia leaves.
Are you coming up?
I think I want to sleep here.
Come on. Don't be like that. You're gonna get cold.
I actually think it's colder in your room than here.
I'm sorry. Tonight I feel weird.
You've been feeling weird for so long. I have so many questions.
Just ask them.
Matthew sighs.
Let's go upstairs.
Maybe we need to talk.
Not at 3 in the morning. I'm going to sleep.
Matthew leaves. Amelia Jr. waits some time and then she follows him. Scene 7. The graveyard. Amelia Jr. and Matthew are quiet, looking at the tomb.
Remember me strong.
He always wanted that epitaph. Well, since the doctor told him about his illness.
I see.
He used to tell me over and over, Amelia, I want this written on my grave. Remember me strong. I think he was afraid of forgetting the phrase.
Makes sense.
I think he forgot my name before that damn phrase.
Really?
No, of course not. I was joking.
Terrible illness.
Yes.
I need to be alone.
We can go ahead to the house. You can join when you're ready.
You okay, Amelia?
Yeah.
Do you know the way back?
Of course I do, Mum. I grew up here, remember?
See you later.
Matt and Amelia leave.
Here I am. Better late than never.
The monster enters. The monster enters. He has the form of an old man. Amelia Jr. gets scared. The monster slowly walks through Amelia.
Jesus! Sorry, you frightened me, sir. I've been very tense the past couple of days. This is the tomb of someone special to me, and it feels odd to...
The monster grabs Amelia Jr.'s hair. Amelia Jr. screams, and so does the monster. The monster cuts Amelia's cheek. Amelia Jr. stops running, but when she turns back and stops looking at the monster, she seems confused and stops running. She leaves the graveyard slowly. The monster looks at her and then leaves. Scene 8. The night is falling. Amelia and Matthew are outside the house.
What are you thinking about?
I was thinking about the kids.
Are you worried?
A little. The last time that we took a weekend off, the smallest one ate a piece of glass.
Jesus, I didn't know that.
The babysitter got scared, so she tried to cover it and didn't tell us anything. When we got back, we found the house empty. It took us an hour to contact the babysitter. She was in the hospital with the kids.
Unbelievable. So irresponsible, just unbelievable. Did the glass hurt him in any way?
No, nothing happened. We found him on a bed laughing and playing video games. But the doctor said that it could have been worse. Much worse.
Well, thank God then. Don't worry, the kids are fine, I'm sure they are.
I know, it's just that... I don't know. And that whole hour, we couldn't find where they were. Amelia was calmed. She kept her head cold, but I almost lost my mind in that damn hour.
You can't lose your mind in a moment like that. You must be strong. A father must be strong for his family. You are lucky to have my daughter.
I know.
Don't worry, your kids are okay.
I know.
Amelia Jr. appears.
Hello there.
Hey,
Oh my God, Amelia, what happened to your face?
What?
You're bleeding.
Oh my god, it's true.
Amelia Junior touches her cheek.
It is true. I am bleeding.
How did you get that?
I don't remember.
You probably just scratched your face with a wrench and didn't even notice.
I'm gonna get the first aid kit.
Amelia enters into the house.
How did I get this?
I told you, probably a wrench.
I don't remember it.
You didn't even feel it until now. It can't be very serious.
The monster appears. It looks like a middle-aged man. It wears a hat.
Holy shit! Matt, look!
That thing!
Matt, I remember how I got this. That thing did it to me.
I saw it before. It looked like a woman.
When did you see it?
Last night. That's why I screamed. Jesus, how could I forget?
The monster starts to walk towards them.
We better go.
Both turn their backs to the monster and stop looking at it. They seem confused.
Wait, what are you doing? Your mother is bringing some bandages. You don't have to come in.
I wasn't going to come in.
It seems like you were going to.
Well, I wasn't.
Amelia Junior casually turns her head and sees the monster. The monster starts to walk through them,
Matt,
towards them.
What? Oh, fuck!
why do we keep forgetting about this thing?
We have to leave now.
Wait. Something is odd.
Come on.
Matt turns again and looks confused one more time.
Matt, listen to me. Don't turn your head. I'm going to turn back, and when I do, you have to force me to get in the house with you. And lock the door, okay?
But...
Please, just do it. I'm going to turn back. Now!
Amelia Junior turned back. She looks confused. Matt grabs her arm and pulls her into the house just when the monster was about to get them. Scene 9. Matt and Amelia Junior are inside the house.
What the hell, Matt?
Wait, what?
What was that?
Am I the only one who... Am I the one you should ask about that? I am the one who should ask you that. You asked me to do it.
What?
You told me to get us into the house and lock the door.
No, I didn't. Why would I do that?
Is this some kind of joke?
Is it?
Well, then it's not funny. You made me think something was going on.
I didn't say anything.
Amelia enters with the first aid kit.
Are you guys arguing?
No, it's just a misunderstanding.
I think that wrench hit her harder than we thought. She's having memory problems.
No.
Maybe we should go to the doctor.
No, I'm fine. It's just a scratch.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Here are the bandages. I'm gonna go make dinner.
Do you need help?
You would get in my way. I don't like anyone in my kitchen when I'm working. You, Matt, help her with those bandages.
Amelia exits.
She seems to have everything under control, huh?
Yeah, she's always been like that. Strong.
She's just preparing dinner.
I know, but she is a strong woman anyway.
I agree. Looks like she doesn't need any kind of help.
Not in cooking matters, at least.
Yeah. Maybe she doesn't need us.
What?
I said that she can be on her own. She seems to be very independent.
What the hell are you suggesting, Matthew?
Maybe we could come back earlier. There's no reason to stay. Your mother is doing fine and the funeral already happened.
Okay, Matt. Why do you want to come back earlier? And how early are we talking about?
Right now. If we leave now, we can be at home in a reasonable hour. So then we don't have to pay the babysitter another day.
Matthew, I already told the babysitter that we'd come back tomorrow. I already paid her.
Anyway, I think it's better if we come back now. We have nothing to do here.
Matthew, my mother is here. I never see her.
We can come back any time with the kids.
Are you being paranoid again?
I'm not paranoid, okay? I'm just worried.
Well, there's nothing to worry about.
Like the last time?
Matt, what are the odds of that happening again?
Where's the closest place where we get signal?
Are you kidding?
I just want to check that they're out there, okay?
It's a mile away. Go then.
Don't.
What?
Don't treat me like I'm crazy.
You're acting like one.
Just because I'm worried about my kids.
Matt, look, you are a great dad, but they are fine. You're just being paranoid.
Is it paranoid to want to make a phone call?
No, but to want to leave earlier it is.
Why are you like this?
How?
So fucking cold. It's our children. You should want to be with them.
I want to be with my mother too.
You don't even like her.
Okay, you are officially an asshole.
Don't try and be the victim here. Every time she calls for Christmas, you barely talk to her. You never visit. When was the last time you visited her?
What do you know about my relationship with my mother?
But it's not a healthy one.
Okay, leave.
I will. And believe me, when you get home, we're going to have a long chat.
You really are the perfect husband.
Yes, because I'm the one who doesn't want to call their kids. I'm the one who's never at home and never has time for the kids. And I'm the one that doesn't want to have sex and who never does a fuck to save the shitty marriage.
Matt walks to the door.
Matthew, wait.
You really are the perfect wife.
Matt exits. Amelia enters.
What happened? Where's Matthew?
He's worried about the kids. He's going to call them.
I have to admit, he is a good father.
He is.
Are you crying?
No, not at all.
Amelia looks through the window.
That thing is out again.
What thing?
Amelia Jr. looks through the window. Blackout. Scene 10. Outside the house, Matt walks to the car. He opens the car nervously. He gets inside the car. He starts the car. Suddenly the monster pops up from the back seat. It looks like a little boy. Matt notices.
Oh, shit!
Matt tries to run away, but he stops looking at the monster. Before he reaches the door, he looks confused. He drives out of the stage as we see the monster getting closer to the driver's seat. Matt doesn't notice it. They get out. Amelia Jr. runs to the door.
Matt, watch out! Watch out!
Screams are heard outside the stage. Amelia comes out.
It's too late, honey.
For what? Why are we outside?
I don't know. Let's get in. Dinner's ready.
They get in. The monster appears like an old man, covered in blood. Blackout. Scene 11. The living room. Amelia is sitting at the couch. Her daughter is standing.
Dinner?
Yeah.
Is everything okay?
Yeah, why wouldn't it be?
I don't know.
Silence.
I want to shower.
But dinner is ready.
Eat without me. I just really need to have a shower.
We'll have dinner and then you can...
I'm going to have a fucking shower. Is that so difficult to understand?
Okay. Go and shower.
Amelia Jr. goes up the stairs to the shower. Amelia sighs. The sound of the shower. Amelia starts to prepare tea, trying to relax. The monster silently enters, and Amelia doesn't notice it. The monster looks like a little girl, and he has no eyes. The monster advances towards Amelia, who's still preparing tea. At one point, she turns and notices it.
Amelia!
Amelia tries to back off, but she trips off with the table tea and falls. She stops looking at the monster. She seems confused. The monster gets closer. The monster steps into one of the teacups and breaks it. The noise makes Amelia look at it. Amelia tries to run up the stairs to the stairs. The monster pushes her. She falls in front of the stairs. She looks at the floor confused. She stands up and the monster gets closer. Amelia Jr. enters.
Mom!
Amelia Jr. grabs her mother and pulls her stairs up.
It's inside!
Everyone exits stairs up. Amelia Jr.'s room. Mother and daughter look devastated and tired.
You're sweating.
You too.
Why?
I don't know.
What's going on?
I need air.
Amelia Jr. opens the window.
I want to smoke.
Do you smoke?
Yes, Mom, I smoke.
Shouldn't.
I fucking know.
Do you want to have dinner?
No.
Okay.
Silence. Amelia Jr. starts to cry.
What's wrong, honey?
I don't know. I just...
Come on, talk to me.
Mom, I feel like I forgot something very important.
Dinner?
No, not dinner.
Well, we sure forgot how we got here.
And you don't care?
At my age, I forget things very easily. These days, I forget so many things.
Mom, are you...
Like Dad? No. I only forget recent things. I still remember the past. The old, bittersweet past.
Do you remember everything?
How could I forget?
I want to forget, but I can't. I thought I did, but I can never forget. I'll have to live with this house all my life.
I'm sorry.
This is your fault.
I know. I'm sorry, and I always will be. You were my baby, and I didn't...
Stop. Where's Dad's gun?
Why'd you ask?
It's gonna make me feel safer.
From what?
Against whatever we can't remember.
You're being paranoid.
Where is it?
In your father's studio, but you're being paranoid.
I'm married to the paranoia itself. I guess it's a little contagious.
There's nothing here.
How did we enter my room?
Fine. Get the gun if you want. I'll wait here.
Amelia Jr. is about to exit.
Mom?
Yes, honey?
Nothing.
Amelia Jr. exits. Scene 13. The studio. There's a desk and a green sofa. Amelia Jr. enters. She starts to look for the gun in the desk drawer. The monster enters. It looks like a middle-aged naked man. The monster smiles. Amelia Jr. notices it.
Why do you have that face?
No response.
Stop smiling. There isn't any reason to smile.
No response.
Stop staring at me like that. Do not wear that face.
The monster starts to walk towards Amelia Jr.
Stop!
Amelia Jr. pulls out a gun from the drawer.
You think I won't do it? Because you wear that face? You're just making things easier for me. I always wanted to do this.
The monster keeps moving. Amelia Jr. loads the gun. The pistol touches the monster's front head. Amelia struggles. The monster stands still. Amelia Jr. screams and drops the gun and falls to her knees. She starts crying.
I don't want to remember. I don't want to remember ever again. Make me forget. Please.
Amelia Jr. stands up, looks at the monster in the eyes, and turns back. Amelia appears from the door. The monster reaches Amelia Jr.
Amelia!
Blackout. We can only see Amelia. The rest of the stage is completely dark. Screams of the monster. Full blackout. Scene 14. Darkness. A light pops up. The light shows Amelia, an old woman. She's sitting on the floor, staring at the audience. She doesn't even blink.
No matter how hard it gets, you cannot allow yourself to forget. You cannot allow yourself to. You must remember.
The monster stands up from the middle of the audience. It looks like a teenager.
What do you want? Why are you here?
The monster sits down. The monster stands up from the audience again, but from a seat closer to the stage. This time it looks like an old lady.
Kill me or go away. Stop looking at me.
The monster sits down. The monster appears on stage. It looks like Matthew.
Stop. You're not Matthew. Stop looking like him.
The monster fades into the darkness. It appears again on the stage, on another side of the stage. It looks like Amelia Jr.
Why do you have to wear that face? Why are you...
The monster starts to fade in darkness. No, don't change.
It's like skipped right back to the beginning.
Really? Oh.
Yeah.
Rest in pages.
Go to the...
Page 20.
I don't have a number of pages here.
Yeah, I don't have any.
No, I
numbers
don't
there.
either. I'm
I'm
really
using
sorry.
Google.
It's towards the end of scene 14.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Is it no,
Technology.
don't change?
Yeah, no, don't change.
No, don't change.
The monster stopped fading.
You have a beautiful face. The face of my baby.
The monster hugs Amelia. Amelia hugs the monster.
I promised you. I will never forget. That's my penitence. I'll always remember. I'll always remember what he did to you and how I didn't stop it. And I'll always remember that you are not my daughter.
The monster screams.
Go away!
The monster screams again.
Go away!
The monster screams and knocks down Amelia. Amelia looks at it with determination and closes her eyes.
I remember you.
The monster stops. He crawls back, weak, until it disappears. Amelia stands up. Blackout. Outside the house, Amelia walks slowly. The sun rises, warm and bright. You're going to play little girls, Chloe.
Cool. Mom, look at me! I'm a bird!
Amelia looks surprised, but anyway she responds.
You're a bird indeed.
I want to fly away! Very far away!
But I'd miss you if you did that.
I would miss you too. Can I ask you something, Mom?
Sure, honey.
Why do we have the same name?
I don't know. Your dad and I just like my name.
Oh.
You don't like your name?
I like it. It's just I thought there was always another reason why.
What reason?
So then you could never forget my name.
Silence. Only the exits. The end. Yay.
Yay.
Okay. Thank you guys for reading it
24-hour
at 4 in
takeover.
the morning.
That took longer than I thought it would.
Yeah,
that did
same.
take longer than I
Same. We have
anticipated.
only 20 minutes to talk about it. If anyone has been listening to it, feel free to come. If you're outside the studio and you want to talk about it, feel free to come inside. What do you guys think? I think it was better in my mind.
Yeah.
So what was your what about it was better in your mind? Just so we can kind of get an understanding from your perspective.
First of all, language. I think sometimes the language gets too complicated for just 3 characters that are like regular people. And then also like the grammar. I was in a state where my English wasn't the best when I wrote it. I wrote it when I was in Spain, so that doesn't help. For example, I wrote wrench instead of branch multiple times. Which
Oh!
doesn't make yes, right.
Right, that makes so much more sense.
You scratched it
now.
on a wrench. I was
Yeah.
like,
I was
when
like,
Yeah,
is
it was
she
like-
a mechanic? Can we?
Yeah.
I missed that.
I was like the first time, I was like, well, that's a mistake. And I was like,
That
wait,
makes
why did I
so
roll this like
much-
multiple times? It's clearly branch.
Okay, that makes a lot more sense now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say that's the main thing. Is like
Yeah.
there are quite a few like
It's-
grammatical errors.
It's interesting because I corrected multiple times because I've asked my friends, oh, can you fix this because I'm sending it to the BBC and stuff.
like
so.
English first language friends.
Yeah. English students, friends.
Yeah, but this might have been like, oh, wrench. It symbolises.
Yeah, it's
So
the
yeah,
SAR.
but I
feel like
It's
that's
the
not
SAR
wrong,
thing.
it's
To be fair, if you passed me that to correct, I probably wouldn't have corrected that because I thought you're going somewhere.
Yeah,
with
none
a
of
wrench.
Yeah, right.
none of us
Like,
cracked it.
So
So.
there were other examples of like just like
Yeah.
a bit of like a broken sentence
Yeah.
that doesn't quite make sense. But I thought that it was very good. I'm a huge fan of using memory as a theme in writing because there's a lot that you can
Yeah.
do with it. Because you can just get very creative with the stuff that you can do in terms of, you know, why people remember certain things and like illnesses like dementia and Alzheimer's that are like terribly scary concepts because if in my point of view like that's the worst thing that you can have is like forget everything that has happened in your life.
If you don't remember anything, it didn't exist.
Like and not trying to like downplay like other terminal illnesses and diseases and stuff, but like
But I'm
I would-
downplaying.
I would much rather be like rotting away in a bed somewhere knowing that I've had a really good life than like completely healthy but no memory at all of what I've done. I don't know, that's me anyway, but I really like the ideas of memory and memory loss more specifically
It-
as well.
Reminds me a little bit of All My Sons, just like the family dynamic.
It was based on like the main 2 inspirations in terms of just the monster stuff is Doctor Who is just got
Yeah,
just
it
copy
felt
one.
very kind of.
It's
Doctor
like
Who with
there's
that
one
kind of-
monster that is basically that if you stop looking at it you forget. But the thing
Yeah.
about Doctor Who, I said like Doctor Who, I was like, oh, this is such a good idea, but it's
Yeah,
Doctor
yeah.
Who, so it's just
Not
fun
really,
and stuff. So I was like, I wanted to do something big. Then it follows for the
I
fact
was
that like it
thinking
changes.
it follows all the
You
way
know that I
through.
really like it follows for the fact that like it changes and it takes
it's
spaces of people that like they know.
it's a monster story, but like it's not about the monster.
Exactly,
It's not
yeah.
like an origin
It's-
story of an evil monster. It's about the characters and the monster represents something.
Yeah, it represents something. And my last one is a very obscure movie called Celebration. It's just a terrible movie about like a family that holds like this big secret, which is like there is like a big secret in the play, and it's a horrible secret that happened in the past, and I don't want to reveal anymore. But yeah, that actually Scene 5 kind of hints towards that, but that's another. That maybe for another, not for the 24-hour takeover. This is LUCI, this is comedy.
There was one thing that I was meaning to ask you about it. What is it?
What happened to the kids?
Well, okay.
I think they're fine.
I was gonna ask Is this meant to be a play, or is it meant to be like adapted to film?
I don't know, because like I really like the concept of like, I know I have very difficult stage direction, have a car and stuff. I always thought like I like the idea of bringing it to film, because again it's a horror play.
It seems a lot more suited to film, with with lots of different locations.
With films, I think you could do like so many cool stuff, but
Yeah.
at the same time, I feel like a big production with money, it will be very interesting to see a play like that.
I was thinking that, because I while reading it, I was imagining it filmed, but then you do use a lot of language about like the stage and blackouts.
I was
It's
imagining
the audience at the end. I think is
Yeah.
important, but I wouldn't mind like doing it adapted for film at all.
It would be very difficult to make it a stage.
Yeah.
I think.
I mean, you can always like
It's doable.
use
I mean,
symbology and
It's
minimalist
doable.
stuff.
like
Chitty
move
Chitty
things
Bang
around.
Bang has a real car on stage, so if they can do it, you can do it too.
True. Yes. If I was to if I was to look at it from a critical standpoint, I think that it's too dialogue heavy in some places. One particular moment that I thought there was sort of a redundancy in the dialogue was the cut on the cheek bit, just because like in a script it's a little bit different, but imagining seeing it, like we get everything that the characters are saying just by seeing it, so a lot of that doesn't need to be there, and I think it would have benefited to have maybe longer stage directions, more
kind of physicality, you mean?
It doesn't even need to be
I'm not
more.
a big fan of stage directions in general.
I know,
Because I think I like to give, because I don't imagine myself directing my own plays, so I always try to give the director a space to interpret play, space to like do whatever they want with it. So I'm not a big fan of stage directions. This is actually a play that has a lot of stage directions for a play directed by me, but it's written by me.
Yeah, but I do think that there's a lot of push and pull with it though, because like there's like something that you want to get across, and you can either choose to get it across by lots of dialogue with the characters all signifying what they're trying to get across, or by a lengthy stage direction, or you could go the route of like minimal stage directions and no dialogue, and just hoping that whoever directs the play picks up on it and emphasizes on this.
Yeah.
But that like is a risk.
Yeah.
That you could risk, an important part of your play going right over someone's head that eventually you might not like if it was adapted by a director. I thought it was a good play though.
Yeah, it was enjoyable. I'm just sad because I don't like delve into a lot of horror, because I know every single time that my favourite character's gonna die, and Matt died, and I don't like that.
Poor Matt.
I really enjoyed the dynamic between Matt and Amelia. Like, I really enjoyed that kind of dying relationship kind of thing. They're trying to like keep up pretenses, but behind the scenes it's really like, as someone who's like gone through that kind of stuff before, it's really like that's something I really identify with and really engage with, and I just like seeing it played out, and how different people sort of negotiate that kind of horrible stage a relationship can get to.
Hearing it a lot for the first time, I realized that I think that's very clear, and I think like that's one of the strongest points, the dynamic between them. But I think it didn't come across something that I wanted to reflect, that is like Amelia, like Senior, and Matthew doesn't get along either pretty well.
Oh, I didn't get that at all.
I think I got that. Because she only calls him Matthew.
Yeah,
and
there you go. Yeah.
She barely speaks to him, and if she does speak to him, she says like, "How are you?"
It does feel a bit like an awkward confrontation.
And that scene about
but
like
I didn't get that they didn't get along.
She's like, "Oh, you're lucky with my daughter."
Yeah, and the scene about the sandwich, she just doesn't want him to come up.
At first, I was thinking like, because I didn't get that they just kind of didn't like each other. I thought that there was like a reason. I was thinking that it might have been going down the line of, is Matthew like sleeping with the mother?
Yeah, there was a thought. There was at one point
I think
where she was
Castle
insisting
solved
on
that because he said,
Yeah.
where she was insisting on trying to make him dinner. I was like,
Yeah.
oh no, this is gonna go into
And
them
he's like,
sleeping together.
"No, no."
In scene 5, like Amelia clarifies, like Amelia, like Matthew's like, yeah, she just doesn't like me, and Amelia, like, nah, it's just like I'm I'm her baby, and she just doesn't want like a boy around her. She just hasn't like grown up in that way.
Mm-hmm.
So why was he so worried about the kids? What happened?
Because he was paranoid about the like one of the kids like ate glass.
It has no resolution. You know, I'll need to know what happened to the kids. You just say they're fine, but are their parents dead? I don't even like kids. I'm not even planning to have kids, and yet if you make me have to interact with a child normally, I'm like,
I
didn't-
but then it's like I still want to know what happened to the kids.
I didn't even think that the kids were like that important.
That reminds me
No,
of
but
one
it
more
bugs me.
piece of
You know?
feedback that I had is it's not that important at all, but I think you should give the babysitter a name rather than refer to it. Or is it him?
So there's
No.
two different ones.
Rather-
So there was
okay.
one that was for the glass incident, and then the new one.
In that case,
So the new one doesn't have to be named.
no, I
would
think the
say.
new one should be named because I feel like you get it if you name them. Like you say, I need to get home. Janice is looking after the kids rather than
Janice.
the babysitter. You probably
You know
think
what-
about
you know what
Janice.
Kyle is looking after.
Kyle
Like-
Senior.
Yeah.
You know, like, so the small bits of self-reflection from just, like, the grandma,
Yeah.
that reminds me a lot of when, like, the gran in Bernardo Alba, like, has her little speeches about, like, the sea and freedom.
Yeah.
And, like, I feel like you could go more into her character of, like, why, if you're, like, exploring the same sort of things, like, more character development on that, because obviously they're the main characters.
Yeah.
It feels like.
I again, it's not that long, and I will definitely be up to like make it like a long play. I think like maybe there is need for more character development. Maybe I can have a couple of scenes highlighting the secret that is like on the home. I think that needs to be highlighted.
Yeah, like I don't get what the actual problem was with the house. Like, yeah, maybe there's bad memories attached, but isn't there bad memories attached to
Yeah,
everyone's
yeah.
houses?
Um,
Even my flat this year, like I've only been in it a year, and I mean, there's not been great things happen there. So
I think
Ducks shat in our kitchen, so.
yeah, exactly. So surely it doesn't matter how long you live at a residence, you can still have terrible memories. So.
I have a suggestion as well. You might hate it, but I think that it might work better if the kids were actually dogs. Because that way, Matthew's insistence that they're alright is quite petty and like actually annoying and like... Because I can fully... like I was fully on board with Matthew being like...
I think
Go
that's
back
go
to
back for the
No,
kids.
I think that's the point. I want people to be on board with Matthew. I don't want
Okay.
Matthew to seem like an asshole.
But with dogs as well, like people would still be like
People
kind
like
of
dogs.
on board.
People like dogs.
yeah, it's a middle ground of like we want to know that the dogs are okay, but also it is quite like shut up about the dogs for a second.
What I could do is like they
That's-
have dogs because Amelia doesn't want to have children.
Yeah, that would
Actually,
Yeah.
that would
That-
fit quite well
That
with
actually
the
works
Yeah,
with
yeah.
Amelia's
Yeah,
character.
That actually I quite like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Amelia Junior's character.
Also, I don't know if I understood the ending very well.
The ending. I didn't mention one thing. Chloe's last character was just a voiceover, so it's just Amelia Senior like walking around, and she hears like this voice, and it's like and it's a symbolic ending.
The sorry if you had more to add to that. But I was the character of the monster. Do you imagine that being played by one actor
No,
or
multiple.
different? Okay.
Again, I imagine like
How will you symbolise it's one entity though?
because the actors talk about it. The actor like the characters doesn't know how, but the character like I can't explain how, but it's the same thing I saw.
I guess it's
I feel
good
like it
because-
would probably. I still think there'd probably need to be one common thread between it all to
No.
make it one entity.
I think that the common thread is that there's only 3 characters, aside from the monster, there's only 3 characters in the whole thing. So at any point, if you're not looking at any of the 3 characters, it's the monster. And then at the end, even one of them is the monster when Matthew is
And
the monster as well.
And Amelia Junior is the monster.
I mean,
Yes.
I'm not saying they have to like have a massive scar down their face. I'm just saying like something to give
But
a
in
better
theatre,
suggestion
to do
because
that with
like
costume.
in film that might not come across as well.
I think it would. I think that having... because it's such an isolated group, it would be different if you introduced a bunch of side characters like you goes to a shop and sees someone, or you
The
see the
kids.
babysitter or the kids. Like then it would be a bit different because you got a lot of characters there.
Yeah.
But at any point, if you're not looking at the 3 characters, this is a different entity.
Yeah, definitely. I think, actually, especially in film, I think it will be very clear. You can give the monster like a theme to.
Yeah.
And in stage, you can give them like a common prop or a common costume, something like
Yeah,
that.
that's what I was thinking.
As well, like they're always like doing something weird, like smiling or something quite sinister as well. They're not just like walking around. They're usually doing something that would hint, this is a creepy monster.
Plus with lights and stuff, you can, if you did the same sort of lighting setup whenever the monster came in, it wouldn't matter if it was the same person, because the audience would get the same feeling every time.
Yeah, there you go.
Or like audio cue.
Yeah, I don't think that's really a problem. As you said, like there are 3 main characters and it's pretty clear.
Yeah.
I like also the fact that it's a small cast. I think it allows me to focus on them. But, well, it's almost 5 in the morning, almost about to end. Thank you guys, I think it was pretty useful feedback, and thank you for reading it. It was 38 minutes long you read, so thank you for doing that. Thank
Wow,
you
I had to do like serious acting for half an hour, wow.
Wow.
That's like more than I've ever done in my life.
Hopefully I can extend it because I have plenty of room, and I think it could be like a long play, or maybe I can make it a film. Thank you so much for coming, guys. This was a very special open letter episode. Hope you guys enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Even it's just 5 in the morning now and we're all kind of dying.
It's at that point now in the 24-hour takeover where everyone starts to dip a little bit before like a resurgence in a couple of hours.
Yeah.
Like this is the death slot.
I think also this is like a trap because like Open Letter is such a chill show in general.
Yeah.
Thanks God we don't have the jazz music on.
You should have put this earlier maybe.
No. I feel like if it was earlier, it would have been worse for our energy levels.
And also the silence. I thought about it, and also 4 in the morning is usually 4 in the. Don't ask me why, but 4 is like a special hour for me. 4 in the morning is a special
really
hour.
weird.
He gets his erections at 4 in the morning.
Yeah. Actually, I wake up one time. Or sex time, depending.
What a contrast, earlier on it was like a marriage falling apart, and now we're talking about how the Tsar gets erections at 4 o'clock in the morning.
When I was not way younger, but a little young,
I feel like I'm not going to want to know this.
No. It's just like I used to like still until like watching movies until very, very late. I will watch like maybe two movies in a row. I wouldn't care. And usually the time I was like, oh, it's time to go to sleep. It was 4 in the morning.
God.
Wow, you just...
Well, guys, you always say I don't sleep.
No, you need a sleep pattern, man.
I don't do that anymore. I can't. I wish I could, but I don't do that anymore.
Sleep.
So I went 4 in the morning.
Don't do what we're doing and stay up for 24 hours. Have proper sleep schedules. That's what you...
Now I'm going to have another monster. I think 4 in the morning is like...
Maybe the real monster is Monster Energy.
Is it just a big advert for Monster Energy drinks?
I wish they would pay me, but they're not.
Yeah. Just imagine the whole play and it's like, and then the monster discovered. No, it's another for Red Bull because Amelia defeats the monster in the end. So there's like Red Bull, the superior energy drink. If you guys like it, please bring some stuff to future episodes of Open Letter. You said you will bring something.
Oh well, I mean, not now.
Not now. It's 5 minutes.
I wasn't going to prepare.
What do you understand from future episodes?
No, I mean like I wasn't going to bring anything for this episode, even though I knew I was coming on.
That implies that I write.
What?
That implies that I write.
I know you write.
I write.
I know you write scripts actually. Bring them.
Maybe.
That's enough. Okay, and with that note, this was Open Letter. Thank you so much for listening. Now I'll leave you with something with more energy, and it's Patrick and Cameron fight to the death. If Patrick is not happening, I think it's happening.
I feel like you want me, and I guess in a way you do. Holding my breath, unraveling emotions.